A passionate life and years of burning fervor. Xiefeng. April 23, 2014. Translated by Shidai and edited by Kayer. We had once fallen into despair. Our huge loss in Yunnan had driven us to the end of our rope and we did not know how we would survive. After traveling thousands of kilometers, we moved into our new homes in the Gobi Desert and started a much harder way of life. We are living in simple and broken houses, eating modest meals, drinking the highly concentrated saline alkaline water, and doing the hardest and dirtiest manual labor. We have embarked on a new journey. Having no holidays or rest days, all of Chanyuan Celestials here work every day from morning until night. Some of them have fallen asleep while working, some bleed from their noses while working, and some were too tired to wash their feet and faces and just collapse into bed and fell asleep immediately after supper. We are weeding, cultivating the soils, picking sheep dung for manure, rush planting many trees in the spring, collecting firewood for fuel, and building living rooms and toilets. Every brick and stone are very important to us and mud is the most valuable material. This is a life filled with passion. These are the years of burning fervor. Chanyuan Celestials are working as hard as they can, using their own hands to create their own lives. The trees they planted are sprouting forth buds and leaves while the seedlings of the vegetables are growing quickly. The rubbish has been cleared away and the environment is much cleaner. The wild geese that head south are coming here and the crows of the sparrows are twittering merrily in joyous choruses. Everything is full of energy and vitality. How beautiful the life is. Chanyuan Celestials are all optimists and romantics. Though the life here is very simple, it is always full of a broad range of delights. They laugh and play as they walk. Life here is always full of happiness and laughter. We have suspended our monthly parties, but all sisters and brothers like to joke and frolic with each other. Some of these funny jokes that were told by Chanyuan Celestials made everyone laugh so hard that they spit their food when sitting on the small stools, bricks, and stones during supper. This is a group of carefree children. This is a group of fools who never pursue selfish interests. This is a group of aspiring pillars of the world. This is a group of celestials and Buddhas with no considerations of life and death. The hardest and dirtiest jobs, they do. The most bitter and saltiest water, they drink. They live only for today, no matter what tomorrow brings. They live only in the now, no matter what the future brings. They are happy as fairies, celestials in heaven. They are burning the passion of youth into full play. They forget the time and the bitterness. It gives endless fun to become a creator. It makes our passions run high when devoting ourselves to such lives. Even you are 80 years old, you are still not an old person. Everyone here is in the bloom of youth. Their youth is burning, it is burning completely and thoroughly, it is burning naturally and purely, it is burning so hard that the green trees are growing and beautiful flowers are blooming, it is burning cleanly, tidily, and orderly. Only those who experience this kind of life can truly understand what the life is. Thank the greatest Creator for giving us such an extraordinary life. It is a refinement process, where impurities are removed and gold shines. As fire refines gold, adversity tests virtue. The crops have ripened, and I will gather these full grains into the granary of heaven, to fulfill the mission entrusted to me by the greatest Creator. I am so happy that I feel like I could die. A poem about civil behaviors of Chanyuan Celestials residing in the second home. Xiefeng. July 29, 2011. Let heaven and earth scrutinize my sincere heart, the way of the greatest Creator, I will follow consistently. The teachings of Jesus will be borne in mind, the instructions of Buddha, I will adhere to closely. Lao Tzu's words will be my code of behavior, the sage's remarks will be my motto. My mind is as clear as a mirror to the heaven above and all flesh beneath. What I do and what I say is flawless and bright, like the light shining over everything. I do not desecrate God and Buddha, I revere deity, I do not cause disgrace to ancestors, I maintain the way. What I say shall serve the interest of the public, what I do shall be admired by deity and demon alike. I always respect the elderly and love the young, I sympathize with the weak, I shall have mercy. I shall practice economy in everything, I shall value labor involved in each inch of silk. I shall have a clean and tidy place to live in, I shall protect flowers and birds, I shall have a clean and beautiful soul. I shall not contend with others for profits, I shall have noble character and consider others' interests first. I shall be thrifty and diligent, and make the greatest contribution. I do not envy luxury and extravagance, I do not amass wealth by unfair means. I protect animal and do not eat wild life, and refrain from meat to avoid harm of character. All grass and wood are my relatives and friends, all birds and insects will accompany my life. I do not engage in gossips, and probe into privacies, I shall be a man of integrity, sticking to the route and the way. I do not envy others' happiness, and do not rejoice at others' troubles. I shall respect women, riding roughshod over women is not allowed in the home. I will be civil in speech and do not use vulgar words. I shall not violate the statutes of the country and shall refrain from being a careerist. I shall show comedy to my neighbor in case of unpleasantness between us and shall not lose temper over small gains. I shall welcome guests with smiles, I shall be a hospitable and reasonable host. I shall not make noise in the quiet of night, I shall speak quietly and do not disturb peace and tranquility. In case of resentment, I shall quickly look into my own conscience, I shall not shift blames onto others but find out where I have gone wrong. I shall not engage in scheming, I shall have a pure and clean mind and body, if I envy others there will be disasters. I shall treasure all properties in the home, and avoid extravagance and waste, which is forbidden by God. I shall strive for perfection in everything I do, one will be worthless trash if he makes things in a rough and slipshod manner. I shall work hard at study, and solve puzzles, and build up experience and wisdom. A harmonious collective shall avoid factions, and people should be treated equally no matter where they come from. The greatest Creator is supreme in the vast and boundless universe, hold the greatest Creator in esteem and awe. Make confession and prayer, cleanse the soul, follow the guide, and the road ahead will be bright and smooth. Of all things, only life is true, proceed as if in a game and the cultivation of celestial being in the way will succeed. Embrace the new life of the second home. Xie Feng. July 7, 2010. From ancient time to present, mankind has never experienced this kind of life, where the grass and wood are verdant and luxuriant, the weather is favorable, the environment is elegant and spring-like all the year round, all kinds of birds are twittering and myriad of flowers are giving off fragrance, everything is in harmony and coziness, there is no marriage and family, everyone owns nothing and yet has everything, everyone fully enjoys joy and happiness, and everyone embraces freedom and blessing. Here there is no contention for money, power, fame and position, everyone enjoys a pure and sincere relation, no one takes advantage of his or someone else's power to bully people, here holographic management is adopted and there is no leadership. Everyone is at the same time master and servant, everyone chooses one thing and tries his or her best to do a good job. The home takes charge of everyone's food, clothing, shelter, transportation, living, old age, illness, and death. The home encourages the good quality of sincerity, kindness, virtue, love, faith, and honesty. There is no lazy bone and parasite in the home. The home does not celebrate birthday or festivals. The members of the home do not exchange gifts and other articles, do not watch TV or read newspaper, but can communicate freely via telephone and networks. There is a happy evening party every week, everyone can take part in and display his or her wonderful talents. At the party there are endless games and everyone will be immersed in the happiness. There is no fixed schedule for work and rest, one can go to sleep any time he or she wants to, as long as they have finished their work. Everyone can decide for themselves how much to eat, whether to have meat or vegetables according to their own likes and dislikes. Everyone has a bedroom, furnished with a bed, a table, a chair, a cabinet, a mirror, a basin, and electric circuit. The private space is free from disturbance and interference 24 hours every day. No one is allowed to break in without permission. The home has no place for those who are fond of eating but averse to work, for those who compete for supremacy, and for those who dish the dirt. Everyone takes charge to perfect themselves and does not mind others' business. From Monday to Thursday the members will learn the college course of Life Achanuan. Young people shall work hard at their study, enrich their connotations, and reach college levels in learning. On Friday evening the home will hold a life meeting to discuss and solve problems in a timely manner. Everyone should make sure that he or she has performed responsibility dutifully. There should be no void where no one takes any responsibility. Middle-aged and old people shall practice Chanyuan exercises in the morning and evening to ensure good health. Old and weak people shall be looked after by special people. There are Chanyuan celestials specially responsible for miners' food, clothing, shelter, and transportation. Great attention shall be paid to foster good manners and civility. The children should learn to protect nature, love life, and maintain harmonious relations with neighbors. We should cooperate with local governments to carry out government's laws and statutes. Be open and straightforward in everything, which can stand the inspection and question of the public. Chase the sun and escape from darkness, and do not do anything furtively. Do not practice theurgy and magical arts, do not engage in superstition, and safeguard the way of nature. Do not go to extremes, do not deviate from the correct path, follow the instructions of saints and sages of all generations. Be free in emotional love and sex love, and do not engage in forceful possession and occupation. Treasure freedom, and do not allow the disturbance and interference of any third party in things that accord the law of heaven and are being done on the basis of mutual volition. Anyone who incurs damage to others' spirit, soul and flesh shall be evicted from the home. Both strictness and leniency shall be employed to build the perfect home of man. Through 1 year's practice, the above ideal realm has become reality, and it is hoped that all worthy people of mankind will embrace the happy new life. Here you are free to spend money. Shui Feng. March 20th, 2012. The miraculous The second home is the kingdom of the greatest Creator. Here live a group of diligent, kind, simple and honest people. In order that people can have free access to money, several months ago I left 2,000 yuan RMB in the drawer of my bedroom in the third subunit, where I seldom stay. I told sisters and brothers that if they need some pocket money they are free to collect it from my bedroom, and that they need not make any request to anybody and report to anybody about the money they have spent. These days I have returned to the third subunit on the matter of expansion. Today I counted the money that still remains in the drawer. Several months have passed and there is still 980 yuan left. That is to say, 10-20 yuan has been spent, which means that on average each person has spent less than 7 yuan a month. How simple and honest people are here. Practice has proved that Chanyuan celestials who have undergone the baptism of Chanyuan values are the most civilized people in the world. Here, no one pockets things found on the road and doors need not be bolted at night. People, don't you want to change your conventional way of life and live in the miraculous and beautiful The second home? Make your effort for this purpose. The home is waiting for you. All people in the world who are willing to follow the way of the greatest Creator in the road of Chanyuan can live happily, peacefully, comfortably and harmoniously in the second home. Soon, this way of money use will also be practiced in other subunits. Joint announcement from the second home of Life Achanuan, China and Kanahana family, Japan. November 11, 2013. It is our pleasure to announce to you that the second home of Life Achanuan, hereinafter referred to as Life Achanuan, and Kanahana family, eco-villages that are born in China and Japan, have had conversations with each other through delegates from their communities and have reached the following agreement. On November 11, 2013, as a symbol of harmonizing the East Asian countries which are ethnic brothers and sisters, Life-Achanyuan and Kanahana family have united as one big family. Therefore Life-Achanyuan has become the Chinese branch of Kanahana family, and Kanahana family has become the fifth branch of Life-Achanyuan. Hereafter, the affairs of this big family will be discussed by all members of both communities. The core values of this big family are, revere the greatest creator, revere life, revere nature, and create a system in which human beings, nature and society are able to coexist harmoniously, and become a model for all human beings. We will explore new paths in the areas of building an ecological civilization and sustainable living. Therefore, we identify our lifestyle as highly civilized and absolutely communal. Before cultivating fields, cultivate the soul. The top priorities of this big family are to purify and beautify each member's soul, and to achieve high levels of self-sufficiency and sustainability. We will comply with all the terms and laws stipulated in the Charter of the United Nations, and comply with the Constitution and laws in each country. We respect the central government and its leaders in each country. However, the most important is not the interests of our individual nations. Instead, we will consider first the interests of all humanity. This will be our main focus. We will continue to strive to unite over 1,000 communities in the world into a big international family to finally realize the dream of one world, one family. We hereby announce to the world that we have made this first great step towards realizing the beautiful ideal of creating a united and harmonious world that has always been a dream of human beings. Life-Achanyuan Canada New Oasis for Life Community has come into being today. Siafeng. It is my honor to announce that the Canada New Oasis for Life is born today on September 29, 2017. This is to the glory of the greatest Creator, the Supreme Master and Creator of the universe, as well as to that of all sages, saints, Buddhas, and celestials throughout history. It is a blessing for all celestials of Life-Achanyuan and for all current and future generations of people. Basking in the sacred light of the greatest Creator and practicing the teachings of all Buddhas, sages and saints, all Chanyuan celestials have been working hard to present Life-Achanyuan internationally. Life-Achanyuan has kicked off a new journey. From today onward, the banner of revering life, revering nature, revering the greatest Creator, and walking on the way of the greatest Creator will flutter high in the wind until the end of this 1,000-year era. The birth of the Canada New Oasis for Life community marks the beginning of a new era. The Life-Achanyuan era has officially raised its curtain. This is the first year of the Life-Achanyuan era. The universe, weather, nature, societies, individuals, and collective groups will all evolve toward its manifestation. Boundaries will disappear and everyone will move freely across the world, and the era that we have all been dreaming about will gradually come into fruition. The Canada New Oasis for Life community is currently on 10 acres of farmland and has a beautiful residence. With the development of the community, we will produce farms, gardens, a hotel, an entertainment center, and an exhibition center. This will be the birthplace of a big international family. Based on Canada's culture diversity and its rich natural resource, there will be between 100 and 300 people with different skin color coming from a variety of religions, cultures, nations, and ethnic groups happily living here together in the future. Life-Achanyuan will establish a brand new life mode which is completely different from the traditional one. We wish all who are keen to dedicating themselves to the sustainable development of human future do your bit to grow with this new oasis community. We currently have a bed and breakfast to accommodate our guests, and your visit and stay will support this great cause. Reservations are required to stay here. We very much welcome your visit and wish we can spend some time together to share our values and ideas. Could I get mansions covering 10,000 miles? I'd house all scholars poor and make them beam with smiles. In wind and rain these mansions would stand like mountains high, living in the nature and far away from the noise of dense traffic. You ask me how I feel now. In my ears are the sounds of wind, rain and waves. I pick chrysanthemums under the eastern hedge. And far away to the south I can see the mountains. Geese flying over sunset and pure souls go to paradise. Life Genuine Spiritual and Soul Bank opens. Xiefeng. July 1st, 2022. Translated by Qinyu and edited by Kair. Do you have excess spiritual and soul wealth? If so, please save it in the Spiritual and Soul Bank of Life Genuine. What kinds of spiritual wealth can be saved in our Spiritual and Soul Bank? You know and resonate with an individual Chanyuan celestial and maintain a close relationship with them. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 1F coin. You have one or several blood relatives who are Chanyuan celestials and you maintain close relationships with them. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 1F coin. You have supported a Chanyuan celestial materially or spiritually to help rescue them from an undesirable situation. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 5F coins. You have disseminated articles of Chanyuan corpus or Xiefeng corpus. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 1F coin for each article. You have paid tips for reading Chanyuan corpus, Xiefeng corpus, or reports about the second home of Life Genuine. Every 10 RMB yuan can be valued and saved as 1F coin. You have reported news about the progress of Life Genuine and the second home. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 5F coins. You have affirmed and praised Life Genuine on several occasions. Each can be valued and saved as 1F coin. You have praised Xiefeng, the tour guide of Life Genuine in public. This spiritual wealth can be valued and saved as 1F coin. What kinds of soul wealth can be saved in our Spiritual and Soul Bank? If you believe that it is best for humans to follow the way of the greatest creator, that is the way of nature, it can be valued and saved as 2F coins. If you believe that the Xiefeng-style communist production and living mode is best, it can be valued and saved as 5F coins. If you have ever read a report or viewed a video about the second home of Life Genuine and resonated with our mode, it can be valued and saved as 1F coin. If you long for or even yearn to live in the second home one day, it can be valued and saved as 1F coin. If you feel that you resonate with most of the values of Life Genuine, then each 10 values to which you resonate can be valued and saved as 1F coin. If you long to go to the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, and the Elysium Islands continent to continue your life's journey after your human journey ends, it can be valued and saved as 1F coin. If you believe that by following Xiefeng, the tour guide of Life Genuine, you will surely become a celestial being, it can be valued and saved as 5F coins. If you understand that soul wealth is more important than spiritual wealth and that spiritual wealth is more important than material wealth, then this very important wealth on your life's journey can be valued as 1F coin. F coins are the currency of Life Genuine. They equate to blessings, welfare, and happiness. The more Chanyuan currency you have, the richer your spirit and soul will be and the happier your life will be. How do you save your spiritual and soul wealth in the Spiritual and Soul Bank of Life Genuine? Please write down a wealth list of the above 16 items, work out the total and send them to any of the following 7 websites. We will keep your wealth record. You can also send the details to any Chanyuan celestial, who will then forward it to our admin personnel without omission. Life Genuine International Family website, http://www.smcyinternationalfamily.org. Chinese language website of Life Genuine, http://leafcosmos.org. English language website of Life Genuine, http://lifechanyuan.org. Email, info@lifegenuine.org. New Oasis for Life Hengshan Station, https://kingdomofgod.cn. English language website of New Oasis for Life, http://newoasisforlife.org. Chinese language website of New Oasis for Life, http://www.lifelvisio.org. Website of Heavens University for Millennials, https://chaneyuan.org. What is the value and significance of saving your spiritual and soul wealth in the Spiritual and Soul Bank of Life Echanuan? One day, Life Echanuan will arrange for you to experience our lifestyle as copied from the 1,000-year world to the human world. This is your ticket to becoming a Chanyuan celestial and entering the second home. When you encounter difficulties, hardships, and helplessness along your life's journey, Life Echanuan will give you spiritual and soul energy. These are solid steps along your path to heaven. One day, when you look back on the path you followed, you will know the value and significance of owning Chanyuan currency. May you initiate your spiritual sense, and be blessed to have wealth in the Spiritual and Soul Bank of Life Echanuan. Modernized streamlined production and the life pattern of the second home. Shui Feng. September 16, 2011. Let's see the roads and streets all over the world, all packed with endless flow of automobiles. I have a question, where do so many vehicles come from? The answer, they come from the production line of modern automobile manufacturers. Now a new car can flow out from the streamline of a large enterprise every several minutes. Or possibly a car can be produced in only 1 minute. Before the adoption of streamline, Ford Company spent 12 hours 28 minutes in assembling one T-model automobile in small workshops. After the introduction of streamline, the time was reduced to 8 seconds for each automobile, and the efficiency of manufacture increased by 44.88 times. The cost of production was reduced by nearly 50%. A small workshop can make only 12 automobiles in 1 year, but the streamline can produce nearly 100,000 automobiles in 1 year. This shows how great the power of streamline production is. What is the streamline production? Streamline production works by dividing a whole manufacturing process into different separate procedures, each handled by a specific person, and forming a complete finished product at the terminal of the production line. The workers on the streamline are only adept at the procedure they are doing but know almost nothing about how other procedures are conducted or how the entire product is manufactured. Thus, workers attending the streamline are all technical experts and elites. The advantage of streamline production is the greatly reduced cost of production, the greatly increased product performance and quality, and the greatly promoted production speed and efficiency. Now a very ordinary car sells at only 30,000 RMB in China. With the traditional method of production in a small workshop, it will be impossible to produce such a car at this price. Now streamline production has been employed to manufacture all kinds of machines and equipments, cars, computers, or mobile phones. The traditional method of production in small workshops has long been eliminated. Because of high cost, low efficiency, and poor quality, the production methods of small workshops can no longer meet the requirement of the market. Accordingly, we can figure out which is the best way of life for mankind, the small workshop type of life or the streamline type of life. Let's make a comparison. The small workshop type of life is represented by the huge number of small families that live according to traditional customs, while the streamline type of life is the life pattern of the second home in Life Echanuan. In the traditional life of small workshop type of family, each adult must be an all-rounder and must do many things, like purchase, processing, production, cleaning, washing, looking after old people and children, reciprocating courtesy,